Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Starladder Season 4. Don't mind what that trailer said, it's still the old Season 3 trailer, but we don't have a better one, so I just ran with that. We have Evo going up against Absolute Legends. Scheduled were 4 to 5 games tonight, but all but one have been wildcarded. Each team has 2 wildcards, means that they can postpone 2 games out of the entirety of their tournament time, I guess. And after that, they cannot postpone any more games, and then they would probably have to forfeit if they're not able to attend. But today, everybody used their time cards, wild card, except for Absolute Legends and Evo, which are going up against each other right now. Evo, a new team, and I must honestly admit that I have not casted them yet, but they must be skilled players and new players too, because they will not be competing in this competition otherwise. So I am happy to see some new people here. I wish them the best of luck against Absolute Legends, which is featuring on their roster some of the most seasoned Dota 2 players in there, so they get a really strong test coming up right now, and the draft is underway. So Undying and Wisp taken out. The second ban from Evo is Bounty Hunter after they took out Templar Assassin. So Bounty Hunter and will not be making everybody rich on Team Absolute Legends today. Thinking something like a Rubik or well, they could still pick up the Rubik. A Darkseer is also still in the pool. After the first 1 or 2 picks, you're usually able to kind of gauge the direction into which they're heading. And yes, Batrider also a hero left in the pool, which got buffed recently in the past few versions. He's got a better turn rate, a better strength gain as well, and a faster cast animation. So now he kind of took off. Before that he was barely picked. His turn rate a little bit too slow, his tankiness a little bit too low, and now we see him picked and banned almost every game. Now Darkseer and Rubik would be 2, in my mind, logical picks for Evo, but Enigma Keeper of the Light is quite unorthodox, so they must have either they have a completely different playing style or they have a pocket strat that they're pulling out right now. Because if you have a Darkseer and a Rubik still left in the pool, then usually you want to grab at least one of them. But Enigma is a hero we haven't seen that often as of late. Enigma, the last time we saw him in Starladder was when Team Zero, that's Kuroki's new team, went up against Navi. Puppy drafted Enigma and it worked to great effect, but Enigma doesn't see play that often, but it doesn't change the fact that he's a great hero. But there you go, Darkseer, Rubik, the heroes I just talked about, now get picked up by AL. In my mind, just too good to pass up. And if you are a new team going up against some very seasoned players, then you usually would not want to give away the heroes that in the current metagame are top tier. Unless you have a pocket strat or you just feel really comfortable playing against them, but usually you want to get your hands on that Bounty Hunter, that Undying, that Darkseer, that Rubik, that Batrider, those heroes, or that Templar Assassin even. Usually that is the way you should draft, but I mean, it's Dota, and the game will decide how it goes. And Keeper of the Light and Enigma, certainly no weak heroes. And the Shadow Demon last pick. Well, third pick, but this concludes the first pick phase. So we have Batrider, Darkseer, Rubik for Absolute Legends. We have strong laning potential from Batrider. Darkseer will probably do their long lane solo. Jawade from LGD plays a tremendously strong Darkseer. He's on the hardest lane in the game, the long lane, and gets the most farm on the map. That's how crazy he plays him. And Rubik could either go support or do the solo mid. It will depend on how Batrider is going to play. Now Absolute Legends are taking out Jakiro and Magnus. So Magnus with his ultimate, it's just a big liability to have it on the field along with an Enigma. We saw that in the Navi versus Zero fight. If you get a Blink Dagger on that Magnus and he goes in for the reverse polarity, then it's a free black hole, and it's just tough to deal with. Jakiro with the Ice Path, it's just a very strong spell, long range, good disable duration, low cooldown, and Jakiro himself is just a powerful support. There's a reason why he's usually in the first pick and ban phase. Now Evo, though, take out Sven. By now an understandable ban out to take out Sven, but that second ban anti-mage, that doesn't strike me as a... well, it just isn't an orthodox ban out. I haven't seen an anti-mage played in the past 10 games or so. It's just that he needs too much time to farm. I mean, they could also take out the anti-mage simply because if he gets a fast battle fury, his farm potential is too immense, and they don't perhaps want to lose against just an overfarmed anti-mage if they do go up against a team such as Absolute Legends. Because I'm sure Evo right now play a team of Absolute Legends caliber for the first time, because otherwise you would hear about this and I would have cast Evo before. So it is 3 Swedes and 2 Germans on Evo. That's what the captain, I think, was. Audio told me. So Audio, Blueberry Ninja, 13 Verne or Vern. I don't know if he wants it to be pronounced German or English. I'm not so sure. And blah blah foo, the last one. And now they're picking up a Phantom Lancer for themselves. So maybe because of well, you have 3 heroes that are able to take out illusions really quickly in the last 3 bans from Evo. One, Sven, he's got a really strong cleave. Anti-Mage doesn't have a cleave, but his core item gives him cleave, the Battle Fury. And Nake's ultimate just does really big AoE damage, so you can immediately figure out which one of the Phantoms is the real Phantom Lancer. And Absolute Legends, after taking out Chaos Knight last, picked themselves up Luna. So that is some Chinese-looking draft. We have usually teams such as Invictus Gaming pick up a Luna. It's a tremendously powerful hero that's supposed to be played very aggressively because Luna has low HP, relatively low armor early on, but good base damage, really good base damage, low cooldown nuke. So Luna is the type of hero where you need to put the aggression onto your enemy early, otherwise if you go into this harass game where you try to lane and harass, you're usually not able to succeed with that with a Luna, simply because she starts out with like 460 HP, I believe. But yeah, still a very powerful carry. Will be able to take Phantom Lancer on, and a very intelligent pickup or sensible pickup in regard of that Moonglaive, because as you can see it bounces on level 4. It does 5 bounces, and each bounce reduces the damage by 30%, but it's still fine because it's a relatively large amount of damage, and since the illusions from Phantom Lancer take bonus damage since they're simply illusions, even with Luna you will be able to relatively quickly figure out which one the real Phantom Lancer is. And PL is, I mean, it's a hero where you need to get a very strong early farm. Otherwise you're simply a liability, because if you go into the team fights you're not able to do that much. But if you look at the lineup Evo drafted so far, it's looking pretty good. It's revolving around that Phantom Lancer. The last hero will probably be a strong solo mid hero if they're trying to go conventionally. They could throw Enigma on the long lane solo or also into the jungle, but still some flexibility left in there. I would put my finger on a mid solo hero, unless they go Shadow Demon mid, keep with the light supporting Phantom Lancer, and now they're looking for a long lane solo such as Beastmaster perhaps is left. Bounty Hunter's out, so I wouldn't be too sure about alright, so that's their long lane solo hero right there, I think. Or mid solo. They could do a lot of things actually. Enigma, Mirana, aggressive tri-lane too, they have a bunch of stuff they can do. But at any rate, the draft is now over, and that will start the game, guys. We'll start with the newcomers, Evo. Welcome to Starladder Season 4, guys, and good luck. Blah Blah Foo playing Shadow Demon. We have Audio playing Phantom Lancer, the captain, I believe. 13 or B, I don't know how you guys want your names pronounced, but just let me know. Enigma, played by 13, and Vern, I'm just going to call him Vern. Vern on Mirana. I think I got them all. Blueberry Ninja, no, I forgot you. But you're a ninja, so I don't really see you that quickly. Keep of the Light is being played by him. And all of Absolute Legends is now heading up toward the Dire Jungle. Sony's playing Luna, Sexy Bambo the stand-in on Batrider. Mania, glad to have you back in the competitive scene, man. Playing Rubik, Freezer is playing Darkseer, and Come With Me playing Windrunner. Now, shoutouts happening from these guys that might just want to use the spotlight for a while to say hi to their friends. So 13, shout out to Harry Klein Spurk. Blah Blah Blue, shout out to the usual guys, Cray, Bash, Dota2fans.de, and everyone else that I forgot about. And Audio, shout out to Milo, Johnny, the best manager, Silver. Alright. Sounds good. So this Sentry Ward right here just supposed to give Freezer a little bit of free space, because if you're going up against a long lane solo, a ward like this gives you immense vision of this whole area. So what they want to make sure from the very get-go is that the enemy doesn't have a lot of control or intel on how the laning is going to happen. And of course this ward going to give him some idea of perhaps some rotation coming down from the middle lane to sneak in from behind and do some killing attempts while he's busy farming up here on the wave. Middle lane, come with me with the Windrunner. Bambo here as well, probably going to be jungling and pulling like crazy. Shadow Demon solo mid, long lane solo Mirana. I haven't seen that hero in a long time, but I love Mirana on the long lane. Kinda nerfed her leap though. And Audio right now is gonna get tested. He's tanking creeps with a bunch of ion shells. He was tanking 2 ion shell creeps, and as you can see he's already down to 150 HP, losing a crap load of health against Freezer. So don't ever underestimate the ion shell. Shadow Poison being slowly stacked up by Blah Blah Foo. Come with me, using the lateral movement to get himself out of harm's way quickly. Shadow Poison is a very powerful spell, but usually I would start spamming it at once it's on level 2, since 50 mana cost for a spell that's so spammable is still quite expensive. And you don't have that much mana regeneration early on. Freezer now forced it back a little bit. Blueberry Ninja came in on Keep of the Light. Some good movement by Come With Me. Up to now I don't think he's gotten more than just 1 stack on him. Alright, this sentry used to block a creep camp, and I don't know if Enigma's gonna... yeah, he's probably gonna spot it out right now when he comes around. Arrow missing on Luna. So already with Mirana going quite aggressive, and here you go, even with +3 to all stats, Luna is sitting at just above 500 HP. But as you can see, her damage is really high. 70 base damage already, that's 19 more than what Mirana has got to offer so far. But Mirana has a range advantage, so Mania coming for the gank, but Mirana's got the leap, so she can just stay calm and collected. But on the other hand, middle lane, I do believe that Shadow Demon is in huge trouble. There's another stack, second stack, Power Shot flies through, last right click, but it's actually Windrunner that gets the first blood on Evo. So their debut is being met by fierce defenses in the middle lane. As we saw, who was it? Windrunner was quite low on HP, but by the looks of it, using the fog intelligently enough to lure him in and get a kill in return, since Bat Rider was there to help him out. So as Bambo got the stack here, and he's gonna start pulling this. Let me put the creep last hits on. Oh, he's still stacking. That might be close. Oh, it's gonna be successful. So there we go. Bottom lane now. Leap away from Mirana. Top lane. Freezer. And there you go. Phantom Lancer is completely out of mana, out of HP, and out of consumables too. And Freezer, he had that ward up here. Now he's going aggressively. Yes, Audio is gonna take a fall, but Freezer might have overextended just a tiny little bit. No, that was actually just perfectly timed from him. Now Blueberry Ninja is gonna have to get a really nice Illuminate in. There's that surge on Freezer. And with the rotation right now from 13, and if Freezer doesn't juke like a boss right now, oh yes, there's the stun, but it's on level 2 Malphite, so a second stun now coming in. And now Freezer trying to surge himself away once more. TP is coming in, I think Freezer is safe. He gets out. No Illuminate on Keep of the Light, and Darkseer gets a kill and gets away scot-free. So that's the thing about Phantom Lancer. He now died once, lost a bunch of gold, and returns to lane without any further consumables. So no HP regeneration, no mana regeneration, and a very important item on Phantom Lancer is a Soul Ring at least, so you can spam your nuke. It's just a very powerful nuke to have, and Bambo now starts stacking up that napalm onto the creeps, so that he can just farm them all at once with his Firefly. So I do suspect he's gonna hit level, perhaps even level 5, once he kills all of them off. 4 stacks on him. I'm just gonna keep my eyes on the minimap, but this looks really interesting. Just looks cool to watch. So now watch his gold and his experience too, as all these creeps die. 7 stacks. There's level 4. He's gonna hit level 5. Almost hits level 6. Holy crap, that's almost 3 whole levels from a nice stack. So let's see how that experience graph gonna change now. There you go, that's skyrocket move up. Oh! Bambo Maybe miss a kill on top. So this is very important now for Phantom Lancer and Caudle to get a kill like that. Bambo got spotted out. Vern looking for the arrow. And Bambo has to be very careful. He can time his arrow right now. But it appears that he doesn't want to commit to it. On bottom, Sony just farming away, level 5.5. He already has the Tranquil Boots up. Now his movement speed is really high, 405 already. And I think he's going to be the fastest hero on the map. Yeah. He's got, Phantom Lancer's got the exact same boots, and he's 40 movement speed slower than Luna. Middle lane Shadow Demon already one down, and Windrunner is now beginning to establish dominance on lane. After this Shadow Poison, he has no more mana, and he's out of all the weapons he can use to stand on lane. Bambo, they're now going on to Audio, and he's on level 6. Wow, that Surge working wonders. Gets thrown right back in, but he's not out of harm's way yet. He needs to be careful. The cooldown is too long, and I don't think that Audio is going to survive this. Freezer just tanking up the tower hits. Now he needs to get himself out of there. Great Illuminate from Blueberry Ninja. First kill. Bambo also overextended. He's also going to take a fall. One more right click from anyone. And it's a double kill for Keep with the Light. It's good for Evo that they get a double kill out of this, but bad for them that their hard carry has died. Now Come With Me is rotating up, looking for the Shackle. Kind of hesitant, still just faking it. There goes the Shackle. Beautiful patience on the guy. And Sony gets the last hit on the Luna. Almost hitting level 7. Let's have a quick check of the hero levels. Enigma has been doing a pretty good job farming up until he died. Now the ping scored into the mid lane. Blah Blah Fu needs to be careful. Shadow Demon get himself back there. Shackle misses. This might actually save Shadow Demon's life. He has used a disruption on the enemy. No, he's going to drop. And right now the movement across the minimap from Absolute Legends is just quite strong. Keep the Light on top during that gang showed that he was there when his teammates needed him. And Absolute Legends also showed that they perhaps underestimated Evo's defensive capabilities a bit, because they kind of recklessly just dove in there. But you could see what a strong combination Darkseer and Batrider is. If he goes for the Firefly and gets surged up, he can. You saw how he was just able to straight up cut through those trees, and there's no way you can react to that. There's that Soul Ring on Phantom Lancer. It's a really nice combination. Tranquil Boots and Soul Ring. You pay your life to get some mana, and you get your life back. And Shadow Demon is now in trouble. He should probably disrupt himself, but then he will die a few seconds later. So it doesn't quite matter when you get dived that aggressively. Then there isn't a whole lot you can do if your teammates aren't TPing in to help you out immediately. 35 last hits on Phantom Lancer. Let's check out the gold per minute now. There you go. Absolute Legends is... you can just see that, I mean, of course the players are better on average. Seems because they've been at it for a really long time, and some very well-known names if you look at AL's lineup. And I think they're looking for some action right now. But what they don't know is that they are outnumbered. Blueberry Ninja is... Oh, there goes the ultimate now from Shadow Demon. Come With Me doesn't have a good position for the Shackle. He would have to turn on for that Shackle right now. The nuke from Audio comes through. Come With Me. Nice usage of his magic stick. I don't even know if it was a magic stick. The Shackle misses. Now he's going to go for the TP. Is going to be disabled? It's not needed since the nuke from Blueberry Ninja is strong enough. Freezer pulls Carl right back in. Surges after him. Great disruption from Shadow Demon. Now they go ahead and turn around. Audio throws a really long Spirit Lance. Is it going to be enough? That is the big question. Out of mana is Shadow Demon. Surge goes out from Darkseer, and now he will travel back home safely. In the meantime, though, Absolute Legends have prepared this and moved their way up toward the top lane, and Bambo will dive this, and it appears that, yes, Shadow Demon is going to drop really cool Sentry Ward. So now Phantom Lancer will also drop. Nice arrow, actually. Vern is here. Phantom Lancer dropped. Support TP is coming in, and Absolute Legends do need to back out. Arrow is on cooldown. Starfall used to farm, and Absolute Legends get out. 10-4. And that's the thing with really long chases. You spend a lot of time getting yourself into a bad position, and during that time you have other people moving to counter that chase. And since you chased so long and got yourself out of position, you're going to get caught. But I mean, it's tunnel vision that just happens when you're playing, and it happens to the best of us. Darkseer by the looks of it, is going for a mech. Let's have a check of the items. Medallion of Courage on Enigma. Could this be a fast Roshan attempt? I don't know. Arcane Boots, Headdress. The level spread is way in favor of AL. The highest level is Enigma on Evo, and that's the lowest level on Absolute Legends. Oh, Luna gets a mega kill in middle lane. And Bambo is here now too. Enigma might have enough time to go for the black hole. Goes for the turnaround, goes for the stun, but he's burning. He's standing inside the flame break. Or the Firefly. He's going to take a fall. In the meantime, Rubik also dropped Shackle onto Mirana. She does have the ultimate. It's on level 1 though, so it's going to be a little while until they actually go invisible. Sony is here to help out Come With Me. So now Mirana has to decide whether or not it's worth it. Come With Me now juking a little bit. Disruption. Soul Catcher. Ultimate onto Sony. So Sony's going to take a fall. Come With Me now shows himself. Shackle onto Vern. No power shot. The right clicks need to be enough. Come With Me actually might also be in trouble. One last right click. There comes the nuke from Keep the Light. Come With Me gets a kill. Mirana now is on the runaway. Second stack of poison. One more and then you pull it and then you're good. But no audios here. Gets himself a much needed kill. Gold per minute on Sony is the highest. 4.5k. What the hell, man? 4.5k gold on Luna. That's a lot. I have no idea what he's going to go for. Perhaps something really crazy like a Divine Rapier. But what you would need on a Luna first is usually just a BKB. So you're able to stand on lane a little bit longer or stand in the team fight longer. Mech in the meantime is almost up. How can Sony get 4.5k gold so fast? Already 514 gold per minute. I guess the 6 kills really help. Oh, that was actually a really nicely aimed arrow. Now Sony's going aggressively. He's now got 4.6. In the meantime, Darkseer, we can see on the minimap, just farming away. Phantom Lancer making his way toward him, and Bambo is looking for the initiate. Flies over the hill. There goes the ultimate onto Shadow Demon. Pulls him up the ledge, and this spells doom for Shadow Demon. Nuke flies out. Arrow, and a good defensive disruption on himself. Now that teammates need to be there, he throws out his ultimate before he dies, so that's the least he could do, or the most he could do at that point in time. No, Sony, it's a crap load of damage, and now Audio just waiting for the cooldown of his nuke. Good defensive flame break from Bambo, not enough though. Now Bambo eats the nuke from Audio, and he's probably also going to take a fall right now. But we all know Bambo, he's a good juker. There goes the Firefly, goes up the ledge, and he goes for the TP, and Blueberry Ninja is just like, alright, I'll right click you and kill you, and Carl gets himself a triple kill by now. And we have Sony pinging around like crazy, and he spent his gold at least before he died. Almost bought himself a complete Manta style. There was some good play by Shadow Demon too, that he was just able to disrupt himself quickly and then throw out his ultimate after he came out. He was dead anyway, but he just made sure that his teammates had better cards in the team fight once he dropped, and they got some good kills. As you can see, the experience is dipping down sharply. The gold not yet though. Gold just stabilized a little bit. What was it, like 4 or 5k? 5k gold the difference. Experience just a little bit. So that team fight really favored the newcomers, and Phantom Lance is just tanking up a little bit. And I must say the draft from Absolute Legends is just really nice. Of course they went for the Darkseer, and the Ion Shell is really good against these illusions from Audio, but also the Luna with her glaives. Once she has the Manta style up as well, it's going to be a whole lot harder for them. Arrow. Sony's got some really good map awareness too. We've been noticing this the whole game. Dodging arrows like crazy. Sometimes you just find yourself right-clicking heroes and not really paying attention to where your hero is standing and what's going on, but I guess with these guys that's not an issue. Freezer, the mech completed. So more survivability in the team fights. On the other hand, Shadow Demon is the guy for Evo that's supposed to go for the mech, and he's way off, and he's about 1,000 gold more. Now here comes the disruption right after the surge as well, so this might actually be something. Phantom Lance used on the Freezer, but they don't have any further disable, so he just goes with the TP. And in comes Sony. That recipe for the Manta is probably flying in right now. Come with me, another invisibility rune. The ping goes out. Come with me, he's looking for the angle. There it goes. He needs to go right now. There's a shackle. Power shot gonna fly through. Sony. Nuke flies. And the ultimate from Mirana is not in time. Mania was here as well to help with the nuke, but you can see how much work this vitality booster really did. He almost survived this. Had Mania not been there with his nuke, then Phantom Lancer might have actually survived this. Especially seeing that there's no invisibility detection on Absolute Legends at this point. Except for Darkseer, who was not on lane at the time. Bambo. Blueberry Ninja gets pulled back. Beautiful play by Bambo. Pulls back, Keeper of the Light. Power shot flies through a nuke from Sony, and that's a dead Cardle. Blink Dagger now bought up on Bat Rider, as you can see. And slowly but surely, I think Absolute Legends are just running away with this game. Again, guys, today there were meant to be played about 5 games, I think. But every team but these two had used their wildcards to postpone the games. So this is actually the only Starladder game that is happening today. So that's kind of sad. But then again, it's still nice that at least we have some newcomers in as well that kind of test their waters against some really strong teams. Good arrow. Mirana really wants this tower. Gets it too. Leaves herself away. Oh man, Freezer. Nice move, Shackle. No way that Mirana gets away. Too bad. She didn't have the mana right away for the TP. Was about 10 short. Mania just doing a support thing. Shadow Demon, what does he have? There's a headdress. So now he's 700 gold away from his mech. But I don't think that Absolute Legends are going to stop right now. They are already really strong. We have Bat Rider with a blink for the initiate. We already have Manta Style on Luna. Ultimates are up. Freezer looking good. He's got the mech. Come With Me has his 4 staff, and Mania doesn't need anything. He's Mania. So they are going to go in and they will look to get their first set of racks right now. And Mirana knows it. So she's getting herself into a nice position where she's out of vision. Let me actually put the vision on from Absolute Legends. And there goes the ping. Amazing blinking from Bambo. Quick leap away from Mirana, and he's not able to get this. A surge on him as well. Blinding Light goes out. Shackle onto the Shadow Demon, and the siege is in full effect right now. Bambo eats a crap load of damage, and Enigma is just waiting for the right point in time to go for a black hole. Ultimate used by Luna. She runs in. Ultimate used right now by Mirana as well. Arrow flies, misses everything. Illuminate flies through, and Enigma tries to get into position for a good black hole, and there it is! Oh my goodness, catches 3 heroes, Shackle onto 2 in return, though Absolute Legends are going to turn this fight around right now. Enigma, and the black hole stolen from Mania too. Now Vern is in big trouble. Evo getting destroyed by Absolute Legends. Oh my goodness. This guy now drops to Audio. Come With Me is here, but Audio is still looking for Bambo. I'm still in Absolute Legends, no, actually in, yes, AL Vision. Oh man. Beautiful team fight right there. Ultimate from Mirana used. It was beautiful from Evo as well as from Absolute Legends. It was some really beautiful play, and just to recap this quickly before anything else happens, Mirana used the ultimate, everybody was invisible. Enigma ran in under the cover of invisibility. Before he black holed, we had Darkseer going for his Dust of Appearance because he knew this might actually happen. They needed vision of this because they knew that was the danger. But once he used his Dust of Appearance, Enigma was already there and got 3 heroes in the black hole, and then came Come With Me with a really fast disable of that black hole. In came Mania with a spell steal, took away that black hole and used it in return onto Evo, but I don't even know if Absolute Legends came out on top. It does appear so from the graphs. From the kill score, of course, as well, Absolute Legends is leading so far, but a beautiful initiate from Evo. And I'm not quite sure how else they could have done it. I mean, Come With Me just had some good positioning on his Windrunner, and she's got a really secure disable. So at least Enigma got 1 to 2 seconds of a black hole in, and that was a beautiful play, and that was without a blink dagger. Good play by Evo. Now they are smoking up. Absolute Legends don't even have any wards on the map, and the pings are going out. So perhaps Evo can capitalize on Absolute Legends underestimating them. And Mania is going to be the one that will pay the price for the lack of wards, I guess. I suppose Evo went for a smoke gang, but usually these areas sometimes have sentry wards up too, simply to de-ward, and you catch a lucky glimpse of a smoke gang that way too sometimes. And there's a gem on Bad Rider, so now they're looking to get the map control back. What Bambo is doing is using that sticky napalm to gain the uphill vision, and then he will de-ward with the true sight from the gem. And Freezer tanking up. That looks like a Shiva's guard. But what could this be? Perhaps Luna's going for butterfly right away. One of the strongest item, if not the strongest item on Luna. The butterfly. Alright, it's Roshan time, guys. And now, these are the situations where new teams can show if they can interpret or if they can read the game properly. There goes the arrow from Mirana. Gonna spot out what's happening with Roshan. It's down to half HP. They might have enough time. Audio is not in the vicinity. Audio does not have a TP scroll, so now they need to give up Roshan. Too bad for them. So this will now be a Luna with 2 lives. And a freaking Scottish accent. But Evo, to be fair, have not lost racks yet. They're not getting stomped or anything. You can see they fought back valiantly, and now Absolute Legends again have the lead. They have had the lead in terms of gold for the entire game, mainly brought to you by Bambo and some sick stacking and flash farming.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Absolute Legends are just going to continue. They lost all their 3 outer towers, and Evo's just lost all of their outer towers. So it's a 3 tower gold advantage. So if you deduct those 3 tower golds off from the gold differential, then it would be a lot more even. It would still be in favor of Absolute Legends, but it would still be a lot more even. Perhaps just about 2.5k gold difference, or 2k, which is nothing at 22 minutes into the game. The biggest liability so far has been Phantom Lancer. It's just a risky pick. It's a difficult pick to pull off properly, if especially on a high-level game like this, because he usually just gets owned by True Sight, and as we can see, Absolute Legends always have True Sight when it's needed. Now the tier 3 getting Siege, Bambo, Surge right back in, but a good Malphite reaction right now from Enigma. Enigma has a black hole up as well, and again we have this ulti from Mirana giving everybody invisibility, but this time around Enigma wasn't able to get himself into a good position for a black hole. And Absolute Legends also a lot more cautious about their initiation. Alright, right now Evo should probably just flash, run back as fast as they can to base, heal up. This will cost them like 20 seconds, and then in time for the defense again. Right now, okay. Shadow Demon, the only one to do this. Absolute Legends, they are stopping, so the pressure has let off on the bottom. And now, most importantly, they need wards. They need wards in these areas right here, because Absolute Legends are the ones that do put the pressure on. If they have wards in these strategically important positions, or rather here, then, as you can see, Absolute Legends have a ward right there, but they don't. They need to claim their map back. They need to know where they are. They need to have a smoke ready, and when they see on the minimap that Absolute Legends, 1 or 2 of them are kind of out of position, then they need to go and strike. Roshan is down, so there's nothing they can do with him. They can't secure themselves a good advantage. Count with me might actually drop. Now the dust is revealed off. Good, man. Enigma has been playing a really strong game so far. Good reactions on his Malefices, or Malefici. I don't even know what the plural of that is. And now Bambo has an invisibility rune as well. But Windrunner drops for Absolute Legends. And Evo will push down the tier 2 on bottom. And we might see our next big fight at the tier 2 bot on the Radiant side if Absolute Legends decide to defend. And I think they will defend, because they have gold advantage, experience advantage, they have the item advantage. And yes, judging from that Eagle song, Luna is going for a butterfly. And once she has that, it's going to be very tough for Phantom Lancer and his mates to counteract that. Phantom Lancer, the illusion, actually lured out or baited out the ultimate from Sexy Bambo. I guess sometimes you just gotta go for it. But the bottom tier 2 did not fall. And Bo content with his items so far. As you can see, he doesn't have that many last hits, but with the Blink Dagger, Bat Rider is already a big help to his team. What we usually see on a Bat Rider, though, before the Blink is a Vanguard, or the cheaper alternative, a Urn, simply because you need, in order to gank around like this, you need some extra strength, and I think that's one of the advantages that the buff on Bat Rider's strength gain gave him. Just the possibility that that you can go for a Blink Dagger right away, that you don't need that much else, and that you can immediately be that initiating type of hero. There we go. Now Keeper of the Light also picked up a Gem of True Sight, and this is correct what they need to do. They now have vision of strategic points of the map. Missing something here, I think, but they should probably rotate up there right now. Perhaps together as a pack of 4 or 5, maybe even under the cover of smoke. Should place a sentry ward as well as a normal ward here, so they can check out what Absolute Legends can see or cannot see, and if this is safe, and they can use the restoration of the smoke to maybe roam around the map and see if they can get another pick off like they did with Windrunner down here. Audio has actually been farming quite decently. He's already up to 3.2k. He should probably head to the secret shop right now and buy up that Reaver for the additional HP. Because I don't think a buyback is going to be more important than his heart. Luna completed the butterfly. So it's a 35% evasion, and it's just such a beautiful item for her. Mirana's farm has been suffering a lot this game. She would like to deal a lot more damage than she currently deals. That's a beautiful thing about Mirana on your team too. If usually we have heroes like Windrunner or even Bounty Hunter on the long lane, but if you manage to succeed with the Mirana, then you have an ultimate that makes all of your heroes invisible, which is very important in teamfight situations. It will always cost the enemy team 180 gold because they need the Dust of Appearance if this happens. But you can use it to surprise your enemy, and Mirana has some really sick late game potential. With a bunch, she's a natural carrier of the MKB, so it's a counter for the butterfly, since you cannot miss your attacks with an MKB. So Mirana will probably have that on her list somewhere. But for now it appears that she's going for a Yasha for faster attack speed. After that perhaps a Manta style, but I would suggest after the Yasha to immediately go for her MKB. Since there isn't that much of the enemy that where a Manta style is gonna help you. And I'm still in the vision of Evo. This is all of it. So we have Come With Me baiting, since he's the only one visible and the rest is under the cover of smoke. But all of Evo was just grouped up, and they're centering their attention onto Phantom Lancer, who almost has his heart completed. And once he has his Heart of Tarask, they will feel ready to fight this. Keep in mind that the sheer amount of illusions from Phantom Lancer is going to make it a lot easier to stand against the ultimate from Luna. It's virtually unnecessary or just ineffective at this point. Now the ultimate from Mirana used defensively just to get Enigma out of the neck of the woods, but it's not enough. The gem on Bamboo, they should have actually thought about this, and now Audio completes his heart. But that means he does not have a buyback. He needs to get himself out of there. He gets chain disabled. Now defensive disruption. They know how important this Phantom Lancer is. He turns around to fight this. The ultimate from Luna is flying around like crazy. And Phantom Lancer dies. He does not have a buyback. Doesn't have the gold. So I think this is actually one set of racks. Shackle doesn't latch onto Enigma. Doesn't matter. The nukes are there to deal the damage. And his two key heroes missing. No black hole for this fight. Enigma does have a buyback, but I don't think it's necessary if they don't have their main damage dealer around as well. So here we go. Absolute Legends, they rotated back down since that tower has been damaged the most. And now they go for the racks. A really offensive leap in from Mirana onto Sony. She really wants to go for him. It gets the kill too before she herself dies. So a big damage dealer down for Absolute Legends. Now disruption onto himself by Shadow Demon. He tries to get himself away. Shackle doesn't latch. Nuke Illuminate flies through. Buyback right now from Mirana. Tries to go for some more damage. Starfall goes through. Actually does a lot of damage for Freezer. And now they're going after them. Arrow stolen by Mania. And now we have Mirana in huge trouble. Down she goes for a second time. No buyback, no nothing. And will Absolute Legends continue? That is the question. No, they back out. Phantom Lancer is almost back up, and they don't lose a set of racks. All they lose is a tier 3, so... But it did cost them a buyback from Mirana, so... We just talked about her being behind on farm, and she just spent probably about, yeah, 600, 700, 800 gold on a buyback. So that would have been the Yasha right there. And still the gold differential is slowly but steadily climbing. I must say Evo have the tools to go up against them in a big team fight though. What they need is again a black hole like that, preferably catching, well of course all of Absolute Legends, but that's unrealistic, but they need a few more seconds of time, of disable time, to go for the kill. And maybe Phantom Lancer will go for Radiance next. Here goes the ping. Alright, DD run on Luna, that really can't be too good for Evo. The lifesteal is up as well, so next item up for Luna will probably be a Satanic. That's what I like to see. Evo smoking up. Roshan is up, they timed it, so that's of course very important. And now ultimate onto Luna. She doesn't have her Aegis. If she drops right now, then she doesn't have a buyback, and she does go down. Good play, good smoke by Evo. Now the fight's ensuing. Ultimate used by Mirana. They're chasing after Bambo. Is he going to be successful? He tries to get himself up onto the high ground. He doesn't have anything to get himself out of harm's way. But once on the high ground, he goes for the TP away and is successful. Doesn't drop. The Midnight Pulse doesn't give vision soon enough. Arrow flies, Shadow Demon drops, and now Mania as well as coming in. Freezer's here as well. The Illuminate flies through, but it doesn't matter. It's a triple kill already on Freezer, going berserk on Evo. And now Audio, the only one to survive this, and I don't think that AL will be able to get that kill. Phantom Lance even turning around onto Freezer right now. And Absolute Legends, they're checking the mana of Phantom Lancer right now. They know he's almost out. Oh man, the Shiva's Guard is already done on Darkseer. He's going for Hex next. Already Hex completed on Windrunner. So as you can see, Evo has played a strong game, I think. Especially with, they have some really talented players on the team as it seems. But it's the item advantage from Absolute Legends right now that is killing them. Alright, and now it's Roshan time. Sony goes in there. Still only 500 gold and the butterfly afterwards, so it's still a really sick amount of farm, but at least for him personally, the gold per minute, or the overall gold and the item advantage hasn't increased all too much, so that's a good thing for Evo. Bambo is their little scout. And now Phantom Lancer needs some sick damage. He really needs to start carrying his team. Because the heart is really good for his own survivability, but what he needs to do is he needs to have impact in the team fights. I think that's the best item build he could have gone for, though. Just got outfarmed by the enemy. Even Rubik now with a Force Staff on him. And if only Mirana had some more damage, then those team fights would look a little bit different. Alright, since we're paused, let's use that chance once more to let you guys know that we are here at Season 4 of Starladder. We have Evo going up against Absolute Legends. Evo, a relatively new team, and they've been fighting honorably against Absolute Legends, but Absolute Legends at the moment is quite far ahead. And are attempting to secure, or are going to secure themselves second Roshan. Luna again picks up the Aegis. And Freezer right now identified the correct Phantom Lancer, and he looks to be in trouble. Defensive disruption right there, and all of Evo is completely out of position. Enigma is here, gets pulled right back in from Bambo's ultimate. An arrow flies, but I don't think it's going to be to too much avail. Enigma, down he goes to the right click. Where's Phantom Lancer? He now again on the defensive. That's what I mean. It's just too little impact on the team fights. Shackle to his own illusion, and he just gets cluster effed into the corner and killed. Bambo nice enough of a gentleman to force dive himself into that arrow. And I think now we will see a set of racks go down. No, actually, Phantom Lancer does have a buyback. He does go for it, and the TP goes out immediately. That might have actually been a great bait. We have a stun on Bambo, the Hex, and a Shackle on the two heroes. Come with me, going crazy in this game. Audio, though, with the Heart of Tarask, just tanking damage up like a madman. And Sony used the ultimate. Enigma also here. Still has the black hole. Shouldn't hesitate for too long. Sony eating a crap load of damage. He knows he's got the Aegis. Now it gets forced out, and Absolute Legends will probably either support him right now or Sony will just back out. But the question is, will Evo let him? Ultimate on Luna. Arrow misses. The damage will probably not be enough, down to 130 HP. And Audio was not there in time. Now he gets shackled to a tree. His teammates need to be there. Black hole, we need one. He gets himself into position, gets pulled back out though from Darkseer, and now he goes for the black hole, and actually saves Darkseer's life. Another defensive disruption from Blah Blah Foo. Now the arrow flies onto Sony. In comes Vern, gets the kill. Phantom Lancer still alive. Buybacks going like crazy. AL just got outplayed by Evo, and Come With Me is on the run away, and I doubt he will be able to get away. Bambo is here with the smoke. Blink Force to have everything up. And his target is going to be that Mirana. Come With Me even comes in with another shackle shot. It doesn't latch, but it's not that important since the damage is there. And again, the only one surviving from Evo is Phantom Lancer. But what a fight they put up right there. Amazing play. And there was some serious commitment to their hard carry. But in the end, it just wasn't enough. It's a team wipe. And Absolute Legends force out the GG. What a good sportsmanship. And Evo disconnect out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has
It was a really, really cool game, I must say.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
But you could just see Absolute Legends. Their gameplay is just so strong. Their reactions, their skill usages, and their skill placements in team fights. It's just professional. There's no other way to put it, and they deservedly take the win here against Evo, and just try to finish the game as soon as possible.
Radiant's top tower is
Again, guys, this was Evo Dota 2, a newcomer team in the competitive scene, and I hope to see more of them. There was they had a few team fights that looked very good.
is under attack.
It looked very good how they fought against Absolute Legends in these team fights.
Middle tower has fallen.
It was a nice lineup as well.
Ancient is under
I don't know about the Phantom Lancer though. I mean, the player Audio, he played him well. He farmed really quickly, but I don't know if the damage output was enough. I also don't know if it was the fact that simply Absolute Legends farmed too fast, too soon, so that just in comparison Phantom Lancer seemed like a bad choice, or if he legitimately wasn't the best choice to go for. But all in all, Absolute Legends take the win, bottom line, in this best of one in the Starladder Season 4. And this was it for tonight already, since this is the only game. All other teams have bailed on us, used their wildcards to, since they're not able to play. So this is it for Starladder Season 4. My name is Epi, and I want to thank you all for watching. Please check out epicommentary.com and support me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. And hit follow so that you are notified when the next game of Starladder Season 4 comes up. And I look forward to seeing you there again. So until then, goodbye.